blinds salesman, like, to the point where I would get commissions for it. People were buying some expensive blinds, and I would get extra commissions if they purchased an installation. Like, why would you hang your own blinds? Have Lowe's do it, guys. So I had this customer once who was buying like so many blinds, like $1,500 worth of window treatments, plus the installation. So I was all like dollar signs in my eyes, like a cartoon, you know? And everything was going beautiful. I was ready to, like I said, this is Rob's phone number, Rob the installer. Go ahead and give him a call and set up when you're gonna do your little thing together. And it was great, and we shook hands, and he walked away, and I walked away with dollar signs still in my eyes. And he turned around and he was like, just one last thing. One thing. What's up, buddy? He was like, just this Rob, what does he look like? And I was like, I don't know what you mean. He's like, is he colored? Yeah, I think that's the exact sound that I made to him out loud, and I was nervous, and I was like, okay, here's my moment to make Martin Luther King so proud. It's gonna happen. And I was like, I was thinking about first grade when I first learned about Martin Luther King, and I kind of blew it at first because I remember learning about Martin Luther King and coloring a poster that said MLK, and like I can't read. I thought it said milk. So I asked my teacher, I was like, were black people not allowed to drink milk? Because it's white? And she was like so furious, but I didn't get it. I couldn't read, I didn't make the connection. And she never explained it to me. So I think for at least the first 7 years of my life, I thought there was a time where black people couldn't drink milk. So as I was face to face with this racist, I was thinking about that. And I was like, okay, gonna make it happen. And he was like, I think he could see the discomfort on my face, and he was like, no, I get it, like, times have changed. Things are different. I understand, like, nowadays, anyone can rob you. I know! It was so painful and confusing, because I didn't know these people were real. And I was just standing in front of one, and finally he was like, so, like, answer my question. And I realized I have no idea what this guy looks like. I've only talked to him on the phone. He's just the installer. So I said, I've only talked to him on the phone. And he was like, but you don't know? And I let Martin Luther King down. I said, he sounds white. And I walked away and immediately started crying because I was like, oh my gosh, if the KKK was here right now, I would get a medal. I just burst out crying and I couldn't stop, and I walked down the aisle and I turned the corner and like literally ran into my manager, like, ugh. And he was like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. He's like, you look like you've been crying. And I was like, no. He's like, you look like you're crying right now. And I explained to it what happened. I was like, I'm racist, and I'm sorry, I didn't know. And he was great about it. He was like, you don't know when you're going to be confronted with assholes. He's like, when he comes back to finish his sale, just tell him we don't want his business. And I was like, wow, look at you working for corporate and saying no. That's great. So I ended up crying so hard that they sent me home. Because I was so like freaked out by making the KKK so happy. And I went to my locker to go home, and my friend Heather, who is like this big-hearted single mother from the South, like, she's super sweet, or she'll whoop your ass. And she came up to me and she was like, hey, why are you crying? And I explained to her what happened, and she died laughing at me. She was like, you are the most spoiled brat white girl, and she walked away laughing her ass off. It was beautiful. I don't know if Martin Luther King forgives me. He is dead. You can ask him. All right.